put that, just put that back in your blue book. So that fast start sheet, you can put that right back in the front of your blue book would be great. And you can kind of clear your space a little bit. All you'll need, we're gonna have a little context in a second. All you'll need is just your spiral, a pen, and then your cell phone. What if I told you I could give you like $1,000, $2,000, maybe $3,000 in fast start credit like right now before you even finish training today? That'd be pretty cool. Would you like to leave with like $2,000 or $3,000 in credit?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your pens down. Don't start yet. It's a little contest. I know throughout training, a few of you have been asking me, like, hey, Ben, I've got a buddy who's looking for a job, and I know that I got recommended. Is there any way that I can recommend them in a position? And I guess my question for you is, why didn't more of you ask me that question? And I didn't really give you any incentive, right? What if I said, hey, the person who recommends the most people in the position today, I was going to give a brand new Mercedes at the end of training. Right down a lot of people. I'm not going to do that. But have any of you guys ever gotten one of those, like, you recommended somebody to an app and you got like a credit on your app, for example, or I know Uber Eats does that, for example, or you recommended somebody to a gym, you got like a free month gym membership, or you recommended somebody to an apartment and you got one of those. Raise your hand if you've ever gotten one of those types of credits. What if I said, hey, for every person you recommend, I'm going to give you $50 cash? Would that be pretty cool? I'm not going to do that either. What I'm going to do is something a little bit better than that. I used to spend a ton of money on advertising through like online advertising, through different job networks, that type of thing. Well, what I realized is I got really sick of paying different advertising sources. And what I realized I'd rather do is just hook our people up with contests. And it ended up being a lot better for us because when we had team meetings, we have different events that we do, whether it's a sporting event like a Braves game or a VIP night out or whatever, it ends up being a lot more fun because a lot of people are working with people that they already have a connection to or that they got recommended from, and that ends up being pretty cool. What I'm going to allow you to do is I'm going to allow you to recommend as many people as you want, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a $500 credit towards your fast start for anybody that we select, okay? So, for example, let's say you recommend 100 people, and we have 5 of them that get the job that we select over the team that it ends up working out for. Well, that would be a $2,500 credit towards your fast start, okay? Would that be pretty cool? I'm not going to do that either. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do something a little bit better than that. When I started the job, I think I recommended probably 150 people or so. And that summer, I had 11 of them that got accepted to the position I was working with and competing with, which is pretty cool. And I was actually recommended by 2 of my buddies, before, and it was one of those things where it was an awesome opportunity for me, and it worked around baseball. It was a great position. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a $1,000 credit towards your fast start for anybody that we select onto the team that you recommend instead of 500. Okay. So let's say 5 get selected for the people you recommend. Well, that would be a $5,000 credit towards your fast start. Okay. What's pretty cool with this is I'm going to hook you up on the spot with this as well. So you'll see right up here, once you get to 50, okay, once you get to 50, you're going to get 1 day of double credit up to 1,000, okay? So let's say, for example, today is a 1,200-hour day. We'll actually count 2,200, okay? It's up to 1,000 is doubled. It's whichever day between today, tomorrow, or in your first weekend I'm cool with. I'll extend it through your first weekend, okay? 100 is 2 days of double credit for your first weekend. So you pick the 2 days, your top 2 days. We'll double them up to 1,000. As you can see, my mission is for you to get all the Cutco prizes. These do not count for level 10K and 15K. They count towards all of the Cutco prizes. On the spot, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity as well to win our Petite Santoku. So some of you guys will win. One of you guys will win this today. This Petite Santoku is one of the knives that come in the signature set. It's like a miniature chopping knife. It's awesome. People love this. It's super light. So one of you guys will win this today. Once you get to 100, you'll get 1 credit, and then everyone over 50, you'll get an extra entry towards that. Okay. I'm going to play a quick video so you can kind of see the process of how it works and kind of how the program works. But I get the question sometimes like, hey Ben, who should I recommend? Okay. There's going to be 3 types of people that you can recommend. Okay? Number 1 is somebody that you know pretty well, that you know already has another job. Okay, I would write this down. So number 1, you have people that you know pretty well, that you know have another job. Okay? With those types of people, let me give you a quick example. Andrew McInerney, he recommends his buddy Jordan Hoffman. Well, Jordan, he had a job at Chick-fil-A. I know Chris, you used to work at Chick-fil-A. He worked at a couple different Chick-fil-A's. He used to work at Chick-fil-A. Well, Jordan, Andrew didn't know if it was going to be a good fit for him at the time, like if he was going to want to work right then. But it ended up being an awesome fit. Jordan made about $5-6 grand in his first 2 months working with us. He made enough in his first 2 months working with us in the summer where he didn't have to work at all at Chick-fil-A or even he didn't work at all throughout the fall campaign. He had to have his best grade-wise to keep his GPA up, to keep his Hope Scholarship that semester. And he had his best GPA-wise, his best semester he'd ever had. And one of the reasons why he talks about is his time management skills that he built here for the job. Andrew really helped Jordan out. Number 2, there's going to be people on your list. Number 2, the second type of person are people that you know of, but you don't talk to all the time. Okay? So for example, like look up the 4th column over here, and you'll see like 5 up. You see the name Hunter Sessinger? You see that 4th column over, 5 or 6 up, the name Hunter Sessinger? Have you guys ever seen those people out in the corner that twirl the signs like they're trying to get people to come into a restaurant? He did that for Mattress Firm. Okay? So for 2 summers, he would work outside on the corner. He had long hair. He'd have like his headphones in. He'd be bobbing up and down, twirling the sign, right? You got paid about $10 an hour to do it. Not a bad gig for a student, right? Well, his first weekend, he had a buddy that recommended him that was 3 years older than him that went to the same school. They hadn't talked in a while. He went off to college. Hunter had just graduated from high school, so they didn't talk in a while. But he recommended him. Hunter got a text. Obviously, he was interested in checking something out because his job wasn't one thing that he loved. His first weekend, he sold about $6 grand with me. He made over $1,000 his first weekend. Let's just say it like this: he never went back into Mattress Firm and twirled signs again. So that summer, he made over $10,000 worth with us. The third type of person that you might want to consider, the third type of person is people that are in your phone that you literally don't even know like how you connected to them. Like you met them at a party or you met them at like a trip or something like that, and it was a while ago. Give them a shot. The worst thing that can happen is they see a text message, they're not interested in work, it takes them 10 seconds to read the text. If they're looking for work and they're interested, they can check it out. So it makes it pretty simple. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you a quick video. This video will walk you through kind of the process. You're probably wondering to yourself, do I have to write all of these? The answer is no. There's an app that you can use, so that makes it super simple. And I'll show you how the app works so you can see that. I will send you a link to the app here in a second.
Hi there. My name is Mike Brown. I'm the Digital Strategy Manager for Vector Marketing. One thing I think we can all agree on, jobs.
There you go. Well, now we have sound issues.
My name is Mike Brown. I'm the Digital Strategy Manager for Vector Marketing. One thing I think we can all agree on, job searching stinks. It's weird. Using my cell phone, I can pay my bills from anywhere in the world. I can do all my holiday shopping from the couch, and I can even meet people and set up dates using apps like Tinder. But for some reason, job searching still stinks. It shouldn't be hard, but it is. Employers always say, hey, we'll call you back and schedule an interview, and then they never do. They ignore you because you're young or because you have no experience. And for students, obviously, school's priority number one. You have to have some flexibility, and they're not willing to give it to you. In fact, I remember being a freshman at Boston College, telling the owner of the gym where I was working, hey, I cannot work on Sundays. Any day of the week, anytime, I'll work, but I can't work Sundays. And then the very next week, I come in, and of course, what am I on the schedule? On Sunday. Awful. Now, as a company, we don't want that to be us. We want to make it easy for people to find work. We want to make it easy for young people to build their resume and easy to get experience. Your manager isn't some cocky boss who won't give young people the time of day. We want to interview everybody in a 50-mile radius of where you're sitting, and we want to build the best team that we possibly can. And we want to help people learn the truth about Vector, not some stupid stuff they can read online. We want to show them how selling Cutco helped all of us and how it can help them. And the way we do that is with our Team Builder app. This app is awesome. It allows us to make as many introductions as possible, and here's the important part, as quickly as possible. How it works is like this. You submit names to the app, and don't worry, by the way, this is a safe app. We're not going to sell their information or bug them nonstop until they agree to sell knives with us. Hi, Stephen, this is Alice. I work with Mike Monroe, who has some nice things to say about you. Our office has some immediate openings, so we asked the team if they knew anybody they'd recommend, which is how I got your number. If your schedule's full, I apologize for intruding, but if you want to learn more, click the link below for the position description. It's flexible, the people are fun, the pay's pretty solid. Now, if they're not looking for work, no problem. It takes 10 seconds to read that text. Maybe they have questions, no problem there either. Our staff can answer them right then and there. And if they're curious, and they want to learn more about our company, then they can click the position description and come in for an interview. Company policy is this. We will guarantee anybody an interview, not a position, but an interview, if they know you. But wait a minute. How do they know this is legit and we didn't just get their number randomly? Well, that's the beauty of the app. For every person you introduce to us, the app will generate a text message to your manager. And the text will come directly to our servers. So it won't even show up in your outgoing texts. It won't cost you anything if you don't have unlimited texting. And the text will say something like, I want to recommend someone to the team, Stephen Ryan. I don't know if Stephen's looking for work, but it's definitely worth interviewing if you have the time. Or maybe, I have somebody you should interview, Stephen Ryan. Stephen might be pretty busy, but would definitely check it out. This way, when we reach out to your friend, we can show them this text message and verify that the introduction is real. We found that this extra step makes the process way more trustworthy. It's also a lot more comfortable for everyone. As we sit here, there are people you know throughout North America that don't know a whole lot about Vector, and they're going to get this text message. And they're going to be curious, and they're going to want to learn more. And they're going to come in for an interview. They're going to see Cutco, and they're going to be blown away. Their income will be changed, sure, but more importantly, their life could be changed as well. And this app takes all the pain out of searching for work. They can apply, respond, or ignore us at their leisure. And no, our staff members will not be offended if somebody is rude to us, I promise. We've all had bad days, it's not a big deal to us at all. We will never hold it against you for trying to help others, or for trying to help build a team, or for trying to make our office and our company as awesome as possible. On my end, I hope I get to meet you at one of our conferences one day. Congratulations on being part of our organization. Thank you so much for being willing to help other people and selflessly help your friends.
Okay, so grab your phones and look at the email that I just sent you. There's a link, and it'll make it super easy through the app for you to do.
Can I connect to the Wi-Fi?
Yes, you can. So the password is the 770-615-8554. If you need the Wi-Fi, it's just Vector. In your email, you should see two links. One's for Android, one's for iPhone. Make sure you click the appropriate one. I'm sorry if you have an Android. Is there anybody that has an Android? You like it?
Yeah.
The people who have it,
I'm only thinking Galaxies.
yeah.
We're about to be sponsored by Apple.
Once you start the download on the app, should have started probably now. You're going to need to click in, guys. Take a look at this screen. While it's downloading on the app, click on Settings in your phone. And click on General, Device Management, Vector, and then Trust. This just enables you to utilize the app. Okay? or a certified Apple developer, but this allows you to be able to utilize the app. So go ahead and click that on your phone. Once you're through that step, raise your hand, let me know, and then I'll go to the next thing that I need to show you. Don't log into the app yet. Wait until I walk through the slides on how to do that. Okay, cool. Did you guys get this done? Cool. Okay. I'm going to walk you through the app real quick before you sign into it. So what you're going to want to do, guys, look up here for a second, and you can do it on your own. So the first step, you're going to put in your rep ID. Don't do it yet. Let me walk you through all the steps. First name, last name, pretty simple there. You sign into it. That's going to be your recruit ID that you wrote on the front of your white book. You're going to see it's going to sign in like this. It's going to ask for your area code. That's like 770, 678, or whatever your phone number area code is. Then click Let the Intros Begin. Hit OK. What this will do is it'll pop up your contact list so that you don't have to write them all. Okay? When you see this pop up, sometimes they're straight, they're really easy. But you might have some that you need to change the name or that you need to deselect. Who should you deselect? People who are super young, super old, okay, or like a business or a restaurant or something like that, okay? I would click, they'll all be selected. I would keep it as select all, and then just uncheck like an old boss or grandma or aunts and uncles, that type of thing. The goal is to get as many on there selected as possible, but you obviously are going to want to uncheck some people. If they're out of town, they live in a different place, that's fine, you can leave them on the list. If they click on the text message and they're interested, they'll go directly to the closest office near them, okay? So let's say it's a friend from college or something like that, they'll go directly to that office that's nearest to them, okay? The next page, you'll see right here, if you click this, you can actually change the name, okay? If it says like Brendan Sweet Cakes or like Brendan owes me 20 or something in your phone or whatever, change that name, please, so they don't get a text that's like Brendan owes me 20 and like it's us reaching out to them to let them know about a work opportunity. So make sure you change that if it's something weird in your phone or it's like an emoji or whatever. If it's like a nickname and it's something that they get called, that's fine, but not like a weird nickname, okay? If it's a weird nickname, you might want to change it. Cool, that's pretty simple. The next slide, it'll get you here. Once you finish that, hit next. It'll tell you how many you've submitted. Show me that screen so I know the number that you get credit for, so I can make sure you get all your double credit, everything like that. The next thing you'll want to do is hit Create Introduction, and that'll take you here. You'll pick one of these texts that you want them to receive. Pretty simple. It'll just be a quick heads-up message that they'll receive. Something along the lines of, hey, I have somebody you should interview. They might be pretty busy, but we definitely check it out, okay? And that's what they'll know that you basically gave us a heads up. So they'll get a screenshot knowing that we're connected, so that way you already know us, okay? Just so that way they understand. Right after that, it'll ask you who your best ones are. Make a note of this. I want you to click your top 10, okay? So when it gets to your stars, that's like who your top 10 are, like who you think would be the best at the job, who you think would be people you'd really want to work with, okay? Some of them, a lot of them on here, you won't know, okay? But these 10 are the 10 that either myself or one of my top assistant managers will reach out to personally, okay? These are the ones that we'll actually call personally and reach out to personally. So basically your top 10, the ones that you'd be most excited to work with. So click those as a star. And then it'll ask you how you know that person, whether it's through school or something along those lines. And then after that, you're going to hit submit. It'll tell you, hey, you've submitted this many, of which 10 you introduced were your top ones. Okay. Once you finish that, you're all set and you can let me know. Let me know when you get to the slide that tells you how many you've submitted, and then you can work on your top 10 on your own. Cool? you have any questions, raise your hand, let me know. I'm going to throw on some music. You guys can work on that on your own.
What if my area code's in Louisville?
Yeah, that's okay. Just like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an Atlanta area code.